Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. One of the many characteristics of an intelligent person is imagination. It is the ability to invent, to create something, or to innovate. A dull person is incapable of doing that. So, without imagination, you can't foresee certain things. You can't put things together and reach a conclusion. You can't, prevent something from happening or think ahead on improving something. Just, you have to be a visionary. Imagination plays an important role in intelligence. Not knowledge. Knowledge is memory and knowledgeable. Wisdom is something else, and with imagination, it's the ability to be creative, to be thinking outside of the box, put things together, and bring a new product. So we have the mass media in the United States of America is very dull, but it doesn't have to be too smart because the audience is baboonish. So if the audience is baboonish, you don't want to spend too much energy. That's one thing. And the other one, you don't want your Praetorian Guard to be too smart. Because if a Praetorian Guard is too smart, they will think about killing you and take over. You just want to be dull and following orders. That's why I know that in certain positions in society, if you're too smart, you're disqualified. And I'm talking about certain institutions, departments, where hierarchy and orders should be fulfilled, followed, completed, and not discussed. You can imagine what I'm talking about, right? So we have the mass media who, as I said, doesn't have to employ too many tricks. Cookie cutter. They use the same kind of method to each issue they want to feed the baboons. They will use a banana, and they will use, fruits usually. Fruits is the method. And then it can be an orange, it could be a banana, it could be something else. Baboons like fruits, I guess, all right, among others. But it's fruits in general. So they use the same cookie cutter, but a different flavor. Banana this time, and so on. So what's that cookie cutter here? It is this. Remember the mountain slope model that I use. They start when they want, in this case, to ban Trump, but they can't really come. The leap is too big even for the baboons. Therefore, they have to bring momentum, get them ready to accept they will be okay. The same thing I did with the war. A very clear example is how each and every time the Americans used this mountain slope theory or method to achieve sending a weapon to Ukraine. They never said, we're going to send them tanks right now, out of the blue. Never. They never said with the airplanes, never said with the armored vehicles. They didn't say with the howitzers. They didn't say the HIMARS. They didn't say with the Patriot. Each and every time they built momentum. How? They started with experts. Actually retired something. Retired, I said this many times, but I have to make this little thing for this explanation for people that did not watch me regularly to hear me say this, which I said it a few times before already. I know, about 25 times. So anyway, they build it first with a retired general. And the retired general doesn't have the authority, doesn't have the legitimacy, but it has the expertise. So it's trustworthy, but he's not liable, because he's just going to give us his experience, his how should I put it, expertise. He knows that, but he has no liability. I don't have a position. I'm not a acting member of the military right now. I'm not in politics. I'm just a guy who knows a lot and is trustworthy. So they start with this first, and then they bring the experts, and after the experts they bring one or two politicians, and then they start like a debate, yes, no, and then they talk about White House, and White House usually says, no, I don't love you. she pretends she's hard to get, but she already is wet. She's ready. So right here with this guy is the same. White House, and they say, yeah, maybe it's a good idea. And then you have the military saying, yes, would be a good thing if we do this. Would be no risks attached to this decision. And then the White House says, okay, oy vey. How is that? Eli, Eli, wara sabachthani. God, why do you forsake me or something? Or you leave me or something? You left me. Anyway, Jesus Christ on the cross. I'm saying they have to do it, man. And the White House has to do it. The decision has been made a long time ago to do it. They just did this for the baboons. So now we have Trump. Trump must be banned from running. That's the goal. If you say it right now, everybody's no, that's the end game is that Trump has to be charged with something or convicted with something before the elections. That will probably disqualify him, even though why don't you let the population have its say? They should just say, no, we can't vote for a convicted criminal. But they didn't that. They don't want to take a chance, not even with that. Why? Because they know most people got their number. So they want to make it illegal, like the process, illegal. So we're not going to have the product on the market. It's the best product, but we don't want it because it's better than all our garbage products. So we eliminate that. Therefore, you have to pick one of these garbages. So they, as I said, they want to eliminate him legally. Then you cannot disqualify Trump. So they start there right now. They are working with the courts, and now they try to build the momentum for the baboons' little brains. Okay, and this is the first one, the retired someone, and it being in the legal department, disqualifying Trump, they're going to have none other than a judge or a lawyer. As in the military, if they want to bombard or give someone weapons, they're going to have a retired general. So let me show you the article. CNN, retired conservative federal judge. So it's even a conservative. That means, you see, he must be right because he's impartial. On the contrary, he should be with Trump. You got the hint? Federal judge urges Supreme Court to disqualify Trump from office. Well, the Supreme Court has to do it based on some evidence. It's not just because they don't like Trump. They are working at the evidence right now. Okay, they are the other ones with all these indictments that they try to, charges and then so on. They try to convict him and they say, well, you're going to be disqualified. And when they're going to be disqualified, they will find something somewhere where say you can't run for office based on this particular charge. As far as I know, the Constitution does not ban, forbid, or disqualify people from running as long as they didn't try to commit something like an insurrection or something like that, or a secession. But other than that, you can, I think, be whatever you want to be. They can vote for you. I think there was a few examples where people from jail, they were running for office. So same here. I think they will try to catch him. Not that he said that you're ugly as fuck and you wouldn't be my first choice or something, or she's a hack, or look at her, or oh my God, defaming or something. That's garbage. That's nothing. I mean, you can run if you have this on your record. The thing is, they want to go deeper than that, and they work on that. And they will do this. They will convict him before the elections. And then he said, well, I'm going to obviously fight that, right? And by the time they're going to fight that, the elections are going to be gone. And then say, yeah, okay, you won. But after the elections are gone, he was disqualified from, let's say, September to December this year. That's it. And then they're going to find out a recourse that, hey, we were all wrong. Well, you can't turn back the time and rerun the elections. You were just unlucky, Trump. All right. So again, they started with the retired conservative federal judge. And then they're going to start, probably the experts already have been over there. They did a job. I've seen a few. And then we're going to have, the real thing. When people are going to say really, and they already say that, obviously, they're way ahead of their skis. It's like a frenzy. It's like the piranha. It's not, wait, piranha, wait. No. I'm going to lay this in the water here, the carcass, and then you one by one come and take a piece. You threw the carcass in the Amazon River, and a piranha going to jump on it, whatever. The same these guys. So they're not going to wait the whole, mountain slope model. They're going to be like crazy, get ahead of themselves. It's going to be like going up and down, going up and down. So it's going to be the mountain slope going up, down, all over the place, all over the place. Make no mistake. And when Trump will be disqualified, guess who's going to be the only option for the imbeciles from the Republican Party? The ones that really think there's two-party system. And it works, and they are fighting hard for their interests. Nikki Haley. There you have it, my friends. It's a game, and we are the hamsters. We are the mice on that, little spinning wheel. We create actually the system. Without us, there's no electricity. Without us, they don't have anything. They really don't have anything. Because without us, they don't have any income. They're not going to work. They exist because of us. We don't exist because of them. The same as the bank. The banks. I made this case many, many times. The banks seem to be more important. Look how a business goes to a bank. And actually, it's the other way around. A bank cannot exist without a business. A business can exist very well without a bank. Or when you go to a bank, you go to ask for something. It's true the bank doesn't drag you over there, but the economy is in such a way that you need a bank. Go and get a loan. Go and buy something. You think you can buy a house cash, let's say $350,000? You can't do this in America. I mean, it's very hard, very hard. Therefore, you go and get a loan. To get a loan, what do you need? You need a good credit. To get a good credit, what do you need? That means you paid a lot of interest for somewhere. You used a credit card. So you indebted yourself. To whom? To the banks. Where I come from, the banks played a very tiny role. Well, that's why it was a backward country. These guys are just, it's a fake. It's fake. These guys don't have the money to back up. If I have $1,000, I can borrow you, I can lend you $1,000. That's all I can. A bank can lend you $10,000. So if the bank has $1,000 in their vault, they can lend you $10,000, 10 times how much they have over there. I think right now it's much more than that. I don't think it's only 10%. Therefore, when they have a run to the bank, you remain without money because they lend it more than they actually have. Gold, you ask them gold, they're like, what is that? What is gold? They want to know teeth? Or what is gold? In the Wild West, that's what in the movies, that's all they know about gold. Why? That's dangerous. Why? Because it's a hard thing. Not like money, fiat money, just a paper that promises to pay you to be able to be recognized, and you can use it to buy a product. By convention, gold is by convention as well, but at least with gold, you can just use it like money, put it and make a fire. That's all you can do with money, put it and make a fire. With the gold, you can you have utility for gold. Many things you can use the gold for, but mainly it's by convention when you give it as the value. Scarcity and demand, supply and demand. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So the guys will disqualify Trump. I mean, I would be tremendously surprised if they will not disqualify him temporarily for the duration of the elections. I will be very, very surprised. Very surprised. I don't know. We'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.